I've tried some stationery subscription boxes in my time, but I don't know if I've ever found one that resonates so much with my own personal love of vintage and historical styles the way the CoraCreaCrafts Vintage Craft subscription box does. Hi, it's Erin, and if you're fascinated by history and enamored with stationery the way I am, you might find you need this subscription in your life too. I actually hadn't come across CoraCreaCrafts until some of my lovely subscribers suggested them as a subscription box I should check out, and you were so right! For full transparency, this video isn't sponsored or endorsed by CoraCreaCrafts in any way. I paid for these boxes with my own money and my opinions expressed here are entirely my own. CoraCreaCrafts are based in Nashville, Tennessee in the USA and currently ship worldwide. They started as a one-woman show back in 2019 and have grown into a small but mighty stationery powerhouse. Founder Coralie's mission, as quoted from their About page, is to offer high-quality, vintage-inspired products that spark creativity and transport you to different eras. Each item in their collection is carefully curated or designed in-house, drawing inspiration from historical periods, timeless styles, and a touch of whimsy. Sounds right up my alley. There are 4 subscriptions available from CoraCreaCrafts: the monthly Vintage Craft Box, which is the one I've been testing, the bi-monthly Curiosities Box, the Treasure Craft Box, which is also bi-monthly, and the Digital Journaling Club, which is such a great idea. It's $5 a month and you can print all the goodies yourself. The bi-monthly boxes appear to contain more stuff, and the prices reflect that. When subscribing, you can choose to commit to a single month or increments of 3, 6, or 12 months and save some money. I did the 3-month option for the Vintage Craft Box at $111 US total, since that's how many boxes I like to feature in a subscription box review video, but you can save $168 US if you subscribe to the full 12 months. The boxes are available for purchase outside of the subscription as well on the boxes and bundles section of the store, so if anything you see in this video tickles your fancy, you can still get your hands on them. If you sort the page by date new to old, you should find what you're looking for, but it's worth browsing the older boxes too. The boxes are a little bit more expensive this way outside of the subscription at $54.50 US. The boxes I subscribed for that I'm going to show you in this video cover from September to November 2024. So, shall we take a look at what I received? This is the first of my boxes. This one shipped out in September, so I'm guessing that means it was for October. I can never really keep track of that stuff, but I love the design on the box. The vintage florals are giving William Morris, which makes me very excited. Not sure on the unicorns. Unicorns aren't totally my thing, but they are very pretty, and I love the hair. So, let's check it out. Here we go. Okay, the 4 elements. September 2024. Okay, so it ships out in the month. The 4 elements. Okay, cool, cool. Tells you what's inside, but not like spoilery. Ooh, oh, this looks exciting. Okay, we've got a stamp. Oh, a really pretty one with the elements on. It's a silicone stamp mounted on wood, which is an unusual combo. I will definitely give this a little test once we've had a look at everything inside. We've got a washi tape. Oh, the witchy vibes are strong. I see the elements and I go straight to Captain Planet. Anyone else? We've got a PET tape, a nice wide one. Crystals, feathers, really fun watercolor kind of designs here going on. And then inside, ooh, okay, so these are the sticker sheets. 4 element sticker sheet, version 1, version 2. And these are A5 size sticker sheets, so they're pretty big. Fun. The sword in the stone, how fun is that? Really cool primary colors going on here too, which I think makes sense with like elemental things. Of course, you're gonna have red for fire, you know, of course you're gonna have blue for water. Oh, that's almost like our Page Mage's logo for my book club. That's so cute. And I believe that these are washi stickers. Yes, indeed they are. The kiss cut's really nice. It peeled off really well. So 10 out of 10 on that front. Are these the tarot-like cards? It says you get 10 of them. Does it say? No, it doesn't say on the barcode sticker. That's okay. We're smart. We can work it out. No, I think these might be the tarot-like cards. I'm guessing these are the paper set. Check out that gold gilding. How beautiful. That would be a whole B5 journal cover page on its own cover spread if you want to do like next to each other. Wow. Oh, hello. That's stunning. Oh, and that it's silver gilded too to go with the blue. That's some attention to detail that I really appreciate. Oh yes, crackin'. Let's get it. You know when you say things and you're like, what did I even mean just then? That was me just now. They're a slightly thicker paper. I wouldn't call them cardstock. Maybe like 100 GSM at a guess. And then these two. These ones are really giving me the Captain Planet vibes. Epic reading journal potential, don't you think? Clear stamps. Oh, fun packaging too. Look at that, you could use that packaging as a bit of ephemera in your journal. How fun. You could even cut it down to the individual elements if you wanted, but great as a single sheet as well. Let's have a look. This is a really professional small business kind of affair here, you know? Like, this is some high budget stuff. Oh, so the stamps actually match what's on the packaging, which is very cool. What does that say? CoraCreaCrafts. Oh, that's kind of cool. You get a stamp of her logo. I don't know what I'd do with it, but I like that as a cute little touch. All right, we'll try these out as well. Currently, I'm enjoying the Earth one the most, which leaves us with our tarot-like cards, and the art on these, from what I can see, is going to be so beautiful. Okay, let me just make a space here so you can really see. Here we go. I don't know anything about tarot except that the art style is beautiful, so I don't know if I'm like laying them down in a way that is reminiscent of anything, but I really am just doing this to show you. They're a bit too high. There we go. Oh, how pretty. These are spectacular. Okay, Coralie, these are stunning. I really love your work. This is like a reading journal setup waiting to happen. I feel like a new reading journal maybe? How beautiful. Okay, let's swatch these washi tapes and give these stamps a little whirl. I want to give them a really good shot, so I'm using a VersaFine Onyx Black as my little stamp pad, because I find that it gets the best results on things that are really detailed, and it works really well on silicone stamps, whereas my preferred stamping method, which is using paint markers instead of ink pads, so I have a really broad range of colors, doesn't work so well on silicone, I've found. Do we have a particular way that's up? Not really. Let's go with this. Okay, that was a little wonky, but you'll get the idea. It'll be okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Just gonna give it another stamp to get the excess off. Love. Okay, so far I'm feeling very positive about that. Then we've got the 4 silicone stamps, which I will mount on a little block. Is that gonna be big enough? Maybe not, but I'm gonna roll with it anyway. We'll start with fire. Fire. Oh yeah, they do fit. Never mind. I was getting worried over nothing. These ones have got still a lot of detail, but they're a little bit less bold. I mean, they're a little bit less detailed than this one, so I don't foresee anything going wrong here at all. Oh yeah, clean as a whistle. I am also in a pretty flat part of the journal, so that's helpful there as well, of course. That was fire. Let's do water next. I feel like these would be really fun to stamp in black and then color in as you like. Maybe with a water-based ink pad then, rather than this one, which is oil-based, because it doesn't play so well with like Tombow markers and such, but that's okay. It doesn't smudge or anything, it just reacts a bit strangely because oil and water, you know. Oh no, try and match that up. If it looks a bit funky in the bottom left corner, that's user error, that's not the stamp, that was me. Spectacular, that's beautiful. These are gorgeous. Okay, so far I'm completely obsessed with this subscription and I'm only on the first month, so that's not a bad sign. This does seem really tailored to my interests though, so I mean, I'm not a tarot girly, but I love how it looks. I love the aesthetic. I love seeing other people's tarot journals. You know, when people do tarot bits in their journals? Love that. Just, I'm not a divination girly. Now this is the Earth one that I think is going to be so beautiful with its florals. I'm obsessed. Also, the font is very Art Nouveau, and I am obsessed with that at the moment, so that definitely helps. And this one is Air. Here we go. I have no hesitation at all here because the others have all been great, so there's no reason why this one wouldn't be. There she is. These are beautiful. These are some of the best silicone stamps for decorative purposes that I have had the pleasure of coming across. The details are so clean, even on the wooden mounted silicone stamp, which I was expecting to be the trickiest of them all. They look fantastic. And then we're going to get into these 2 tapes, so the washi and the PET. This looks like it's one of those super versatile washis that's made to look like postage stamps. It seems to be a really popular thing, and like I guess that is technically ephemera in the truest sense of the word. I don't always want a postage stamp, like it doesn't feel like a postage and tarot vibes go together that much to me, but I feel like it's just a fail-safe journaling option, so it makes sense to me why the company would choose to do that. I'm having some trouble removing the peely-uppy tape here. It's tearing this first layer of stamp that's underneath it, which isn't great. Okay, now we're cooking, which makes me think this whole first stamp might be a write-off because I'd have to peel it up from there. I think that's gonna be too hard. So we're just gonna start from the one below that. Trying to work out which way is up. There's text on here, but it's not English. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, let's just go for it. I feel like you can typically tear these. Let's tear it at the one that's already torn. Yeah, and it gives you that really organic kind of end. But if you would prefer to cut it with scissors, you know, nobody's gonna stop you, you know? Maybe I'll just leave that little tab on rather than fighting with it. No, that's ugly. I am gonna demonstrate the alternative. I'm gonna cut that one off. It's pretty cute. So you can, obviously with this kind of thing, place them in a strip like I have done here, or I think I prefer them cut so that it looks really clean. Obviously, you can separate them and layer them in different ways with other ephemera, or, oh my god, use them to decorate a pen pal letter. Maybe on the inside of another envelope though, so postage services don't think that you're trying to mail with these. Actually, I'm gonna move this one, partly to test how it peels back up, but also partly, and it peeled up beautifully, by the way, also to make sure I've still got room for this on the other side of the page. They're beautiful. They're a really nice, I don't want to say thick because it's not like it would bulk up a journal, but they're a decent quality. It feels like nice quality. It's matte, it's opaque, it's gold gilded. It's everything I wanted and more. Very happy with you. Then we have the PET. This is going to be fun. It looks like it's a frosted PET, which generally means it's a little less shiny, which I like. Blends into your page a little better. I can't decide if I just want to stick it down in one whole bit like that, or if I want to separate the things out. I guess we'll do both. I'm sorry to my dandelions. You must be beheaded. These ones aren't pre-cut, which I have recently become obsessed with pre-cut PET tapes because they do make your life a lot easier. But look, I've used them before. I didn't die. So a non-pre-cut PET tape is not gonna ruin my life. So it seems like this design loop is gonna be pretty long because it's gonna have sections from each. Yeah, so, oh, and you only get one. Oh no, now I wish I hadn't done that. Okay, this is a really short loop of PET because it's only one loop. Oh no. Oh, well, there go my air elements. I used them all. Okay, good to know. I wonder if I could really sneakily, quickly peel that back up. You've seen it now, right? You don't need it to be in my journal anymore. Okay, we're not doing that next time. We'll just roll it out and look at them and then roll it back up. Oh no, it's tearing up some of the paper. Don't do that. That's not fun. Right through the middle. Wonder if I can like prevent that somehow. No, don't do that. It's getting worse. I think when you peel back PET tape, like really on the angle, like all the way bent back on itself, that seems to be when it does its best releasing from whatever you put it down on. Okay, there's a bit of paper stuck to it, but I'm gonna try to salvage her. Not on paper, that's a bad idea. Something that she'll peel up from easily. Okay, I think we did it. I think it's gonna be okay. Put you back over here. Despite that little bit of drama, I'm really excited about this set. I think this is a spectacular start. September, I love you. Let's find out what we get for October. I remember in the last one I was like, oh, the box, I wonder what this means about the insides. Nothing. The box is consistent. Okay, we know that now. I'm opening it weird because my address is on the top and I haven't like covered it up. Here we are, Ancient Pharmacy. Ooh, that's really funny because it was around this time I was trying to make apothecary themed things and I could have just used this probably. It's a little torn. The paper inside is very pretty and it's torn in transit. That's okay, that doesn't affect anything, but if you like to keep these tissue papers and reuse them in your journal, just, that can happen, I guess. Not just with these guys, with anything. Oh, florals! Oh wait, is that a proper soap? This smells nice. Chamomile. Wait, really? That's a cool little thing to include. Oh, it really is. It's an olive oil based soap. You know, I'm not really a soap girly and I'm not really a chamomile girly, but I'm actually really enthused about that. That's really sweet. Could be a fun re-gift too if that's something that you're not personally into. Look at this little vial. Natural extract remedy, best quality. I want to put fountain pen ink in this. I want actually like 700 more of these and I want to put all of my fountain pen inks in them and put them in a cute little wooden cabinet and be like, I'm an apothecary, ha 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 ha. Usually I'm not into non-stationary objects in my stationery subscription boxes, but apparently I'm into these ones. All right, we've got our PET and our washi. I've learned from last time that there may not be very much PET on that roll, so don't squander it. And then we've got stickers, stamps. I love that she includes stamps every time. That's some crazy manufacturing. Like, she must have to plan these things out months and months and months in advance. Okay, I'm thinking these are stamps because I've learned from the last one. This will be our paper set. And these will be, oh, have we got vellum papers? Vintage Apothecary sticker sheets. Must be in here. Single sticker with one big design. Is that what we're saying? Because that's fun. Let's check that out first because I'm curious. Oh, they are. They're big stickers. This is really fun. Okay, let's have a look at each one individually. We've got little apothecary bottles in kind of an overall pattern. And then we have them in context on the shelf. I love this. We've got urns and mixing bowls, mortar and pestle kind of situation. And then similar, different color palette going on here. These look like watercolor. And the cabinet. This is what I want to do with my calligraphy stuff, with my fountain pen stuff. A little cabinet like this, it would be so much fun. And just to demonstrate that these are in fact stickers, check this out. Oh yeah, washi stickers, so careful with your layering, they'll be a little transparent, but I'm obsessed. That's so cool. All right, then let's check out the paper set here. Okay, we've got A5 size papers, which means they actually are A5, by the way. This is an A5 journal, so just for size comparison's sake, look at that, proper. Like if you were gonna stick that in there, you'd actually need to trim it down a little, which is why I think they'd be good for B5. Looking pretty cool. Love the weathered paper effect, and that it isn't just like the same weathered paper effect on every sheet, because I've seen that done before, and this is way more fun. I've recently been learning lettering kind of like this, so this feels really appropriately timed. That looks like it may be backwards on purpose. Fun! Really fun. Then we've got stamps. This looks like it's going to be a fun little stamp sheet. Really difficult to open the envelope without kind of ruining it though. Oh yeah, fun. This I feel for me is a little bit less easy to use than the stamps from the Elements set. The frames, sure, but the ones that are like, you know, Latin words, less so. But let's give them a stamp and see how they go. I'm gonna put them on the next spread over, starting here. Sometimes you can't totally really see the design until you start to add ink. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Whoop, nearly dropped it. That's beautiful. I'm gonna do these ones together because I can. I've just learned about this lettering style. This is Roman lettering, I think. Lovely, but I don't know how I'd use those ones. Obviously they work with the theme, but they wouldn't work anywhere else, you know, out of context. This one's a big boy. Are you gonna fit on my stamping block? Not really. Do what we can, because I can't find my larger one. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna go okay. The whole thing's in contact with the paper, so what could go wrong, right? Yes. Like, obviously you could just not put ink on the part that says Ancient Remedies or the part that says Herb and everything and use that for a different purpose, like a habit tracker or something. Could be fun. Name of habit. Calendar in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 6 dot grid spaces wide across here. And then you kind of got 3 on the end too. So I don't know. Maybe you could do something with that. More text going on here. I like the Elixir one. That is fun. There was a band called that for a while here in Australia. And this one I think is going to be my favorite from the set. I could see myself using this one a lot because acanthus leaves, like, come on. Obsessed. So far for me, for this one, the stickers, big thumbs up. The stamps I think are beautiful but are a little bit less versatile than the previous. Because these are almost looking like functional stamps but they're not. They're decorative, so that's a bit of a tricky line to walk for me. Then let's have a look at our washi tape and our PET. Looks like this one is a horizontally oriented washi. I think that's the end there. It is. Okay, lots of little sketches. I'm gonna do 2 rows of it down here. And another. Yeah, that's a bit fun. It's that kind of just a bit of texture within the theme, but doesn't take up too much of your visual weight, eye attention. Yeah, that's fun. Great tones, obviously, with all of the warmth and agedness in these other ones. And let's open up the PET tape. This one looks right up my alley. Look at these florals. I learned from the last one that we may not get very much on the roll, so I'm not gonna stick it down. I'm just gonna roll a bit out and we'll have a look at it that way. Although it looks like it's got a decent amount. Just eyeballing it. That looks like an amount. And here we are. Oh yeah, you get way more of this one. Okay, so maybe I can afford to stick some of this one down. How long is this design loop? So Let's look for this tall flower again. So it's not super long. That's about how long the design loop is. But when it's a repetitive design like this, I feel like it doesn't matter too much to have the same thing repeated because your eye doesn't notice. You're not looking for that. Here we are. Oop, bubbly. No, 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 no. There we go. It's got a touch of that raised shell texture that you get on some PET tapes. It's not enough texture that it would interfere with your pen on the opposite side of the page or anything, but just a little bit. Just gives it an extra bit of texture in the light, you know, which I really like. So this is lovely. Really enjoy. I think I might like the Elements one a touch more, but this is still spectacular. This is still up there with my favorite subscription services I've tried so far. So that was October. Let's find out what we get for November. I apparently forgot to hit record, so I've already kind of taken stuff out of the box. Good job, me. Really cooking with gas at this time of year. This is the Medieval November 2024 box. Lots of cool stuff going on in here, starting with sticker sheet, medieval entertainment. If you like to go to Renaissance fairs and the like, pretty good for that, for memory keeping. These ones are paper stickers, kiss cut, so they're nice and matte. They blend in nicely with your page typically. Little on the thicker side, but not prohibitively so. Just recently watched A Knight's Tale, so Mr. Knight on his horse over here, although he's got a sword, I don't think he's jousting, but still, the vibes are immaculate. I also just finished reading Gwen and Art Are Not in Love, which is a very medieval fantasy book. So much fun, so this could also work for that in my reading journal, which is great. This one is the medieval text transfer stickers. I love a transfer sticker. They're so versatile in a journal. I always think of transfer stickers like a temporary tattoo system, except permanent and for paper. So you cut the part that you want, you peel off the backing, you place it, and then you rub over the top, and it transfers the sticker onto the page. Peel off the top bit of plastic, and it reveals whatever it was, the sticker, whatever part of the sticker that you used on the page as though it was just printed there. It's amazing. It's so seamless and lovely. Lots of cool text going on here. Lots of different styles too. We've got some illuminated letters, some Old English. Ooh, that one's pretty. I don't know what that lettering style is, but I like it. And a couple of little decorative elements as well, like this banner. A little bit of a crown over here, some scrolly things. I just want to have a look. I think that's probably just the one sheet, but I don't know, they're in plastic, so let's find out. Yeah, just the one sheet. And so, as you can see, there should be, yeah, peel off the backing, place it down, etc, etc. Love! That's a fun little bit of texture. These ones, this is the medieval armor rice paper, I believe. This way. Really lovely, delicate tissue paper kind of a feeling here. Very nice and thin. And educational. I don't know how I'd use this. Decoupage rice paper. Not really a decoupage kind of girl, but I don't see why you couldn't put it in a journal. I don't see why you couldn't make it into a collage. And nice and thin too, so it's not going to bulk up your book too much. That's pretty cool. This must be Medieval Knights paper set. 5 sheets in here, according to my handy little cheat sheet. I love how she does these bordered papers, and of course, anything with a border, you can cut this central part out and use that just as a border on your page, especially in a B5 journal, because these are A5 pieces of paper. Stick that down in a B5 journal and you're halfway to your decoration being done. And of course you can still use the inside stuff. You can cut out individual elements or put the whole thing down, or not cut bits out and just use the whole sheet, of course. Very cool. And the color variants here are really nice too. We've got, I think these must be fairly signature colors for Cora. Blue, warm, kind of deep brown, a lighter beigey pinky brown, some green, and some purple. So much fun. This would go really nicely with the elements if you were doing like a Arthurian magic Merlin thing. This one is the vellum set, medieval architecture vellum set. So it looks like there's going to be lots of Gothic, which I'm always on board for. And vellum, so fun. You can layer it over things. Peek of the stuff that's underneath, but subtle, you know. Love that. Castle with some solar movements by the looks of it. Over the top, we've got, oh, they're nice and thick. This one's got some text on it, but I can't quite read it. Rosetta design concept idea? Not sure, but it's pretty. A little bit of the details of the wall in any kind of Gothic building, churches and such. The door, love a door. You know I love a door. Medieval castle gate. I think it's the G in the lettering that they've used is an unusual one. Medieval castle gate door architecture design. Pretty. And this one, window architecture planning. Groovy. Those are very nice. I'm ultra curious about the little paper doll kit here, so maybe we've got to do him next. Oh, so many bits. Thanks for choosing our paper doll DIY kit. All pieces are pre-cut with 2mm holes. Refer to the sticker on the packaging for assembly, as in that's the reference image. Insert brads into the marked holes. Bend the prongs to secure the pieces. Should we assemble him? Oh, that's okay. I guess those are the brads, which I think we just call a split pin here. Is that going to give him mobility? Where to begin? I think I'm going to require too much concentration, so I'm going to speed this part up so that it's not boring as all heck. I think his pins are a little bit rusty, but that does seem appropriate for a knight. Look at him, that was really fun. They've given you a few extras, which is always a nice thing. I really like that his little pins are dark, so they blend in nicely. And hey, you can make him dance. Ooh, having a little boogie. I got no idea what I'm gonna do with this guy, but I had a really good time assembling him. You can sit over here now, I suppose. Which means we've got stamps and washies or PET tapes left, and I have got my handy dandy book for testing things over here, so we're ready to go. We might use what remains of this page, and maybe we'll go stamps first. These look fun. I had them upside down, didn't I? Yeah, that looks better. Medieval crests. One day I'm gonna learn to just slice the top of these open. That day is not today. Okay, let me get my stamping block and my good friend VersaFine ink pad. And with a bit of luck, I'll be able to fit each of these on the single page. I think should be doable. Should be doable. This one has a really cool dragon detail, which like, hey, Onyx Storm coming up soon. Get ready, reading journal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, probably gonna get inky fingers, but I'm alright with that. This one has a really cool crown and some acanthus. I'm living for acanthus right now, it's everywhere. Hopefully I didn't accidentally go over onto the washi tape at the top of this one. Oh, I did. That's a shame, because that means this part won't dry, but you get the idea. See how it didn't transfer from the very top of the sticker, from the top of the stamp? That's on me for not positioning it. Well, I did it on this side a little too. It's a fairly matte PET tape. Hopefully it still works. Hopefully it dries down. If not, it'll just transfer to that page. And honestly, not a lot of consequences. Not in this journal anyway. These stamps are a dream to use. They're so easy. I feel like this is supposed to be a really solid black in the middle, so I'm just gonna give it a second go to make sure we get that. Yeah, tricky spot because the book is a little bit bowed over here, but I think we'll still get a good clean stamp out of it. Yeah, look at that. Spectacular. The crossed swords. Very Pirates of the Caribbean when they're trying to kidnap Elizabeth Swann and she tries to pull the sword off the wall out of the coat of arms and it doesn't come down. Double coat of arms here. Cute little way to add initials or something. How good. Love that. Let's do the bigger one so I know how much space I've got left here on my page. This one's got big wings. Feathery ones. It's actually so much fun seeing the stamp reveal itself as you add the ink on top. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I have zero complaints. I think these are even more useful for me than these ones. One left. All acanthus all the time. Beautiful. And then we have our crest stamps. Oh, interesting how it's bled into the tape at the top here where I didn't place things very well. Big old thumbs up from me on the stamps. And then it's just our couple of tapes. I feel like I've really been burned from when I tested out the one over here from our first box in this video and didn't realize there was only... Please ignore this, this is not related. I just need somewhere to work. I am very cautious now of the fact that these tapes may only come with a single loop. And I ended up using some of what I peeled back up from there in the Reading Journal of Destiny, so I'm glad that I salvaged it. This looks like it's got a decent amount though. Just like last time we had a fair whack of this guy, which is great, which is definitely supposed to go the other way. Why did I put it that way? As though the plants are growing rather than hanging from a branch. Anyway, clearly it was supposed to go the opposite direction. Oh, this looks like they're pre-cut. Are these pre-cut? Medieval Castles, it just says transparent tape, but it's looking to me like I can see a kiss cut Which, like, what a time to be alive, to have PET tapes with designs that we don't have to cut out ourselves. I'm really feeling spoiled with all the places coming out with these now. They're kiss cut. Okay, let's see how long the loop is before I start sticking stuff. I am looking for a blue spiral staircase. Oh, it's a long loop. There it is. That's a loop. And we've still got stacks on the roll, which means I can show you some of these. Oh, that peeled off so smoothly then. I found with some of the other pre-cut PET tapes that I've tried out so far that I can really only get them off the roll if I use sticker tweezers. No sticker tweezers necessary here, they come off like a dream. Oh, beautiful castle rock going on here. Castle at the top of the city. That's giving, with the bridge here, it's giving Edinburgh. This is a cool one. This one's a profile, but it's also clouds. Shield Maiden of Rohan. Spectacular. I'll just fill the page. I won't probably do the whole loop, but I did want to give you an idea. Oh, I love that crown because it's got acanthus leaves on it. You know when you just find out about something and you start noticing it everywhere? This dude kind of gives me Nazgul vibes because of how he's disappearing at the bottom there. And we'll just do one more. So we haven't made it all the way to the end of the tape loop. We've still got, if I slide this over a bit, got another crown, some more stairs. These ones look like ruins, which is cool. This looks like the back of one Arwen Evenstar, and we appear to have the shards of Narsil right beside her. So, well, the top of it anyway. And then we get back down after some envelopes with wax seals and a kneeling knight to where we began up here. So, obsessed with these. Currently can't work out where I've put my pretty scissors. They're here somewhere. Very, very happy with this PET, which means we've only now got the washi tape to check out. Castle's cutout washi tape is what it says on my little sheet over here. Oh, cool. I love a washi with an irregular edge, and this one it looks like it's kind of the Castletown skyline. Where is the end though? There it is. Have I got space somewhere here? Not really. Okay, we're gonna put it back here with our first lot, just sideways for demonstrative purposes. A little tricky to peel up off itself because there's a lot of fine cutting around the top, around all these castle turrets, and they stick to the ones underneath. So you just need to be nice and slow when you're peeling this up so that they don't tear, cause problems, but it's worth it because look at this. Oh, that's stunning. Okay, just gonna be really careful when I cut it off here so that it's nice and precise because I do not want to waste it. I can see myself using that quite a bit. Ignore the ripped up page from where I tried out that PET tape before. This is so cool. Sticks really nicely. It's got a light sheen to it, but it's not a super shiny kind of a washi tape. Love those tones. So magical. I feel like I just rode into Camelot. I truly don't think I can fault this subscription in any way. Oh, sorry, Mr. Knight. It's so good. So good, in fact, that I've subscribed for another 3 months, but I didn't want to hold off on the video. I just wanted to be able to show you straight away. So if you want to see what I get in the next 3 months, you'll have to keep an eye on the vlog series. Look, if you're into historical themes and like ultra vintage, not vintage, antique, like antiquity kind of themed things in your journal or in your collaging or whatever other way that you approach paper products and stuff like this, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. It's worth every penny. It's not often I stay subscribed after the 3-month period I use to feature products for my sub-box review videos, so the fact I've signed on for another 3 months speaks volumes. These boxes are thoughtful, they're beautiful, and clearly usable for the style of journaling I prefer. I actually used a lot of the pieces from the 4 Elements box in a B5 reading journal setup that you can see on my channel. I also think the range of products and their obvious quality are great value for money. But what about shipping? CoraCreaCrafts offer free US shipping on orders over $75 US, with the shipping cost for orders below this threshold or for international destinations based on your order, taking into account the size and the weight of the products, as well as your address or your destination country. I paid $55.11 US for the 3 months worth of boxes that I subscribed for, which I think is pretty good. Australia is very far away from Nashville, so I'm not too mad at that at all. Now I want to know what you think. Have you tried the CoraCreaCrafts Vintage Craft subscriptions, or the Treasure Craft or Curiosities boxes, or the Digital Journaling Club? What was your experience like? If you haven't tried any of them, what did you think of the boxes I showed in this video? Which one was your favorite? Would you consider subscribing? Let me know in the comments below. I'm also super keen to hear which other subscription boxes you'd like to see me try out. If you love a subscription box and you want to see what else I've tried out, here's a playlist of exactly those, or if you're keen to see how I put the 4 elements box to use, here's a link to my B5 reading journal of destiny setup. I'll see you there.